Hi, today I am excited to walk you through the most awaiting product of Windows, and that is Windows Terminal. Windows Terminal is new, modern, fast, efficient, powerful, and productive terminal application for users of command line tools and shells like Command Prompt, PowerShell, and Linux Terminal. In this video, we'll interact with Windows Terminal, learn how to install Windows Terminal, and finally, we'll add Linux shell to our terminal. Quite interesting, isn't it? So let's start. Let's have an overview first. Open the terminal. To create new tabs, click on the plus sign. To open new shell, click on the drop-down menu or using the shortcut keys like Ctrl Shift 1, 2, 3, etc. We have by default PowerShell as your cloud shell in command prompt. I have added Ubuntu 18.04 LTS and set it as my default shell. So, whenever I open new terminal, Ubuntu shell is opened. All settings are kept in settings.json file, and that is something quite interesting. We just have to edit the settings in the setting.json file and changes will be applied. We have been given the documentation link in setting.json file. We can change the default profile to whatever profile we need. I have changed it to my Ubuntu shell. By default, it is set to PowerShell. You can see the list of profiles. You can edit the default to change the color schema or theme of the profile. We are having PowerShell profile, Command Prompt profile, Azure Cloud profile, and the one that I have added, Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. If you want to make it as a default profile, you just copy the GUID and add it to your default profile. Let's move on to the documentation. Also, while I was reading the documentation, I found a very good blog that I would love to share with you all. Let's go to Internet Explorer. Oh, sorry, it's Edge. Here is the blog I mentioned earlier. I'll share the link in the description. The beauty of Terminal is that we can create multiple tabs and each tab can contain different shell. We can color each shell to a different color schema. Each profile can have its own theme, and that's what we love. Moreover, Terminal is an open source and anyone can contribute to it. That's really something awesome. Yes, you heard me right. Microsoft had launched an open source terminal for Windows. In documentation, you will find the installation procedure, which we are going to cover in our video. We have to install the terminal from Microsoft Store. We have to look at some system requirements, and that is something important. System requirement is essential, so just move on to Microsoft Store, type terminal in search bar, and you'll see the terminal preview version application. Open it. As I have already downloaded and installed it, I am getting the launch option. You will see the get option. Once you own it, just go and install it. The system requirement contains Windows 10 version 183.62.0 or higher. The recommended version is same as the minimum version. You just have to update your Windows if you haven't done it already. To add any shell, just go and download the shell image from the Microsoft Store. Here is an example of Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. You can get it and install this version on your system and that add it to your Windows terminal. You don't have to do any extra work or setup for it. I have already installed Ubuntu 18.04 LTS version. This is the shell you already saw when I was showing you the terminal application. If you want, you can execute this application directly and run the bash commands and script on it. Also, you can read the documentation of setting.json file. Here, you'll get all the setting informations. You can apply these settings to your JSON file. Some of them are global settings, key bindings, and also you can use color schemas. That is something awesome. I like the most and use it a lot. You can have each profile with their own color schemas. Finally, we have to enable Linux subsystem on Windows machine. We will run PowerShell with admin access and execute the following command. I'll share this command in the description. The command is Enable-WindowsOptionalFeature -online FeatureName Microsoft-Windows-Subsystem-Linux. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.